Welcome, Jay Lamar.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate
Thank you so much.
coming, man.
Thank you for having me.
So, what is a certified executive matchmaker?
Well, I had to take some courses to become a certified matchmaker, but the title matchmaker just wasn't enough for me. So I threw executive in front of it because not only am I a matchmaker, but I am also the CEO of my company, We Find Him. So executive matchmaker just has a better ring to it. And then also, a lot of the people that we match in the beginning stages of our business were like executives. So it was only fitting that I just become an executive myself.
And so you went to school to learn to be a matchmaker?
So it was like a 3-month program, online program that I had to take to become a certified matchmaker, yeah.
What I want to ask you today is, what is the purpose of getting married, dating and getting married?
In 2021, the purpose of getting married and dating is just to build legacy and build, a family and happiness for yourself. For some people, family and happiness doesn't include marriage and children, but for other people it does. So it's all about, a personal preference. Some people just want a life partner. They're at that age where they don't want to get married. Maybe they've been married once or twice before, and they just want a life partner to spend time with. Other people, such as myself, want to invest in one person for the rest of my life.
Oh, I see.
So marriage is a huge investment. A commitment with somebody for the rest of my life is a huge investment.
In the good old days when boys were boys and men were men, the purpose of marriage.
Boys are still boys and men are still men.
A man got married, and they was to start a family. And so now you're saying in today's dates, it is to fulfill a loneliness or something that's missing?
I don't think it's to fulfill a loneliness. I think it's just to achieve something that you want to achieve. I want to achieve being a great father. That's what I want to achieve.
You want a family?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be your reason for getting married. Other than that, it is to fulfill something that's missing, right?
I think that at a certain age, you analyze life and you figure out what would make me feel whole, what would make me feel great. And for some people, it is family. For some people, it is marriage. That light bulb clicks on for your people that you consider slut makers. At some age, a light bulb came on in your head and said, that isn't fulfilling me any longer. What's going to fulfill me? Maybe it's not having sex with somebody, or maybe it's finding one person to commit to and have sex with for the rest of my life.
If someone told you, well, I want you to find me someone because I don't want a family. I just need someone with me to fulfill a void, a loneliness, or I don't want to be alone. Would you recommend that person not to get with anyone there?
Well, I feel like you do have to put some sort of title on it. Do you just want a life partner? Then yes, you can find I can help you find a life partner.
So before I get all into, are you a Christian?
Yes, I am. I love the Lord.
You're a Christian?
Yes.
And what does it mean to be a Christian?
To me, it just means to love God and love God's people and love all people.
You love all people? And why?
Because, in the Bible, it speaks about love. And I am personally one of those people that love all people. I'm far from judgmental. I don't want to be judged until it's Judgment Day. And so I love all people.
So are you married and have children, or how's that going?
Not yet. I'm single, and which is always interesting. People say, how's the matchmaker single? In my 20s, I was engaged twice. So I know what it feels like to be in a committed partnership. I just haven't made it down the aisle yet, but it's coming in due time.
And why did you marry one of those times?
You know what? Infidelity, just a lot of, I was young, and I wasn't the one that cheated. Those two are the ones that cheated, but it was just, I feel like I was so young, and I'm glad I didn't get married because divorce is expensive.
So the girls cheated on you?
They were guys. They were guys.
They were what?
They were guys.
You were engaged to guys? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really? And they cheated on you?
Yeah.
What was it like for you when they cheated on you?
It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. It was. At such a young age, I didn't understand why. I thought
when you asked them what they said?
One of the guys told me he knew that I loved him more than I loved myself. And so that was like a life-changing moment for me when I realized that there was a lot of self-work that I had to do.
Oh, I see. Amazing. And so do you wish to be married one day and have children?
Yeah, definitely one day, yeah. I've been so career-focused for the past 6 or 7 years that I definitely would like, partnership, and I love kids, so I definitely want kids one day.
Yeah, amazing. So in your dating service, it's called For Him?
We Find Him.
We Find Him. So You match men up together.
I match men and women.
Men and women.
Yes.
Two women or male and female.
Whoever, everybody.
Do you get both?
Yes.
All kind coming to you.
Oh yes.
So you match two men, two women,
A man and a
woman. Are you surprised that men and women come to you looking for men and women, straight men and straight women?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And why you're not surprised by that?
I think because it's all about, who I am and what I represent. I represent love is love, and that no matter who you are or what you are, you deserve some form of love.
And how would you define love?
Love is a feeling and an emotion that makes you feel great, and it makes you feel like you're worthy.
And so, is it a fake thing or is it real?
It's real. Love is
Why
real.
doesn't it stay with you if it's real?
As far as in a person,
Yeah.
I don't think you can control that. I feel like if it's meant to be, it will be. But just because somebody does something to you does not mean they didn't love you.
Really? So, have you ever been in love with someone?
Yeah.
And then once you got with them, it changed?
I think the emotional aspect of like being in love with them may have changed. But as far as like my love and care for them, that didn't change.
Are you surprised that two men would want to get married and all that kind of stuff?
No, I'm not surprised.
You're not. And why aren't you surprised at that?
Because I feel like everybody deserves love.
But for two men or two women to get married, it's not real. It's like a made-up idea.
Is it?
Right.
No, I don't think that.
A real marriage is between a male and female, right? That's the real deal. Everything
So what
else
is your definition of marriage?
between a man and a woman. And they do it under the umbrella of God, male and female, right? Everything else is like a false imitation of the real thing. As a Christian, you know that, right?
No.
You don't know that?
No, because I believe that in the Bible that I read, the New Testament that I read, love is love and God is love. So why can't two people of the same sex love each other?
But that kind of love is not real. It's not the real. It's based on sex. You know what I'm saying?
Based on like the sexual interaction?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why don't you think so?
Because, I mean, even for the people that I match, primarily the conversation isn't about sex. The conversation more so is about the mind, the interaction, the vibe, not necessarily a sexual interaction.
So when you think that when people get together, they'll think about each other's mind?
I think that when you think about something long term, you can't have sex any and everywhere, so there has to be something additional to the relationship outside of sex.
Even when, whenever I dated a woman, I didn't think about her mind. I was thinking about sex.
The whole time?
We'll deal with the mind later. But what drew me to her was the sex. My type of woman, I can have sex with this woman. I didn't care about the mind.
Really?
When did people start caring about the mind? Do you hook up Christian people together?
Absolutely. Everybody.
Yeah.
Muslims, everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
And they don't question the fact that you put two men together. What happens in a man's mind, because you're an executive matchmaker, right? What happens in a man's mind? I know that we all born in sin, so we got this mess to clean up, right? We get into, as a result of being born in sin, we get into trying to find peace, so we get into all kind of mess. And in the good old days, when boys were boys and men were men, it was an embarrassment to be in your mess. You would never promote it as good. You wouldn't tell anyone about it. You go to God to overcome it, right? What happened to men that they are taking their mess and promoting it as good? What happened to a mindset like that?
Look, what are you saying is mess?
Like when two men want to get together as a husband and a wife, when two lesbians want to get together as a husband and wife.
That's not
Where
mess.
did the shame go that these people are promoting a sin as though it's a good? Black people used to be embarrassed by that. White people used to be at one point. Where did the shame go?
They're not embarrassed anymore, you think?
Some are not, but a lot are.
So
what
I think we
in the mindset of the male, what happened that they think it's okay to promote that?
I think that we're in a time where you just mind your own business.
Meaning
And
what?
You focus on what makes you happy, the love that makes you happy, the things that you want to do in life, and not worry about the next person. I think that that's where we are in life. not worrying about who or what. I don't care who you sleep with.
Right.
I don't care who you're laying next to at night. I don't care.
I know, but it's not necessarily about what others think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the good old days, it used to be about what the person thought about it. They knew that they were wrong, that they had an issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would quietly overcome that issue rather than promoting it as a good.
You know what? As long as the person is good, I think that's all that should matter.
Let me ask, would you hook up drag queens too?
If they're looking for love, absolutely.
Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
And why not?
I haven't had one yet, but if I would be very open to it.
So if a drag queen walked in and said, "Hey, Jay Lamar, I'm looking for another drag queen," you would find a drag queen?
Yeah. If RuPaul walked in and asked me to match him up, I would.
With another drag queen?
With whoever RuPaul wanted to be with.
Really?
Yes.
Is there anything you wouldn't do other than find me a slap? Is there anything you wouldn't do?
Yeah, there are things that I wouldn't do, you know? Like I'm not going to find you a slut. I'm not a madame. I'm not a pimp or anything like that. So I wouldn't do those things.
So if someone walked into your office, so you do discriminate then, right? Because there's some things you would not find for other people.
I don't think it's discrimination. I think it's just making your choice not to deal with something like that.
But that's discrimination.
I don't think it's
because if
discrimination.
you don't discriminate, you wouldn't make that decision at all. You would just give the person what they want.
No, our business is about finding love. So
But to them, that might be love.
I don't think that's defined as love.
To them, it might though.
Oh, then we maybe need to sit down and have a coaching session. Like maybe I wish I would have met you when you were in your 20s and 30s when you were slut making.
Yeah.
I would have had a conversation with you about, okay, well, let's cut down on the slut making and figure out what's wrong.
What I don't understand, two guys cannot have children, right? Or two women can't have children together. Why would they bother getting married?
Because it's what they want to do, and that's their business. And they can't have children together. It's been proven.
A man can have a baby?
No, you can't have a baby, but they can have children.
How?
They can adopt. Surrogacy. There's several options. Do you not watch TV?
But that wouldn't be them doing it. They would be going outside of their homosexuality to have a baby, right? To get a baby. If God had wanted them to get married and have children, would He have made it so that they could do it together without having to go outside of their homosexuality?
You know what? I'm not comfortable having these type of religious conversations at all.
Why not? You're a Christian.
And I love the Lord, but I won't be demeaned in any type of way when it comes to my spirituality or the spirituality of anybody within the LGBTQ community. You don't have a right to judge them. I don't have a right to judge them. It makes me no difference at all who they choose to love. They're great people. I'm a great person. You may be a great person underneath it all. So people are allowed to love and honor and take care of what they want. If they want to marry somebody and have children by somebody or with somebody, they can do that. And God will still love them. If you can't see it, that's completely fine and perfect on your behalf. But you are not the creator. You are not the end all to be all. There is not a heaven or hell that you can put anybody in.
But so you feel offended with the question?
It's just a conversation and a demeanor as though it's something negative or something bad, and it's not.
Does it feel like it's something negative by me asking these things?
The way you're saying it is like making it like a negative thing, and it's not a negative thing. If you believe that, that's fine, but you don't have to address it in such a negative way.
So my belief that two guys cannot have a child, is it a false belief?
But you're saying for them to go outside of their sexuality,
right.
They're still inside their sexuality. They're just going to have, they're having a child.
I know, but they have to step outside of that. God didn't make that possible.
So
why would God have made that possible?
So let me
if
ask
He
you
meant
something.
for them to get married and all that as a man and as a Christian? Why would God have not made that possible for two women or two men not to have to step outside of their homosexuality or lesbian to have babies? Why would He make it possible for them to stay in that and have a child or children?
People can have children, gay, straight, whoever.
But they can't have it. They
can't
have to
have
step
children.
outside to get it.
They can have children.
But my question is, why wouldn't God have made that possible? Are you leaving?
I am leaving.
Don't go.
This is an inappropriate conversation,
Don't run.
and I'm not going to have it. I'm not running.
What the?
This is an inappropriate conversation.
My guest is leaving. I thought we were having fun.
It's not fun, it's inappropriate.
But you're the matchmaker, man, the executive matchmaker.
But I see why you're alone. God bless you.
All right, thank you. Amazing.